Okay, hello, Mr. Anthony. Let's go ahead and get into some of your questions for today. So, you said, start with this one. Why are the dots quote unquote odd? Well, not all of them are. We have 3, 5, 7, 9, and then you've got 12. And then you've got 15 and 17. So the majority of them are odd, except for this one right here. Now, why, you ask? Great question. That's because it's 12 steps until you get to the opening again. So meaning like the opening note. So that's E to your E up here. E, E, A, D, D, G, G, B, B, E, E. So from the beginning note to here, it's exactly 12 half steps up to it. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and it'll be technically 13. But because that's the 12th fret, that's where they are whenever you get through them. But if you count this as a note, it's technically 13 notes, but it's 12 unique ones. That's all a bunch of confusion, I'm sure. But if you think about it, so like E is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But this is your 12th fret. So this is just an octave. So that's an E to an E. So there's 12 unique notes, but the 13th makes it an octave. So E to E, A to A, D, D, G, G, B, B, E, E is what I'm doing. So you can see that. But every other one, these are just quick reference notes whenever people are trying to do like a So those just help you kind of really know, like there's a 1, there's a 5, there's a 4, there's a 6, there's a 2, and it's just because I can relay by just looking like, oh, there's a distance between those, like a boom, 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 and it just helps to see it for quick referencing. Okay, so that's one of the questions. Let's go on to the brown-eyed girl one. So now brown-eyed girl can be made a number of different ways. Like there's different styles that people can execute that song in. There's even a different way to begin it. There's a more complex way to begin it. But for the sake of beginners, I like to just teach the beginning version, of course, so it's more tangible and accessible to them. So this beginning, the song will sound like this in essence, the way that I've taught you. Okay, so you've got right here. is this entire song in the simplest way I possibly can convey it. So I forget how far we've gotten into it. Like, I can't remember if we've done the pre-chorus parts yet or not, but the verses are just simple of the G, C9, G, and D on repeat 4 times. So what I'm doing is that one extra strum pattern. So you remember the wagon wheel one is just down, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. But for this one, I like to add the extra up just to give a little bit more of a challenge. So it would be down, down, up, down, up, 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 down. Okay, so make sure you try that up, down, up. So that is a challenge too, because you're so used to already doing just the up, down. Now we're adding an extra up to do like up, down, up. Okay, so that up, down, up. Starting from, like, let's see, from the G. So how you'll break this down when you're practicing it at home would be like to do an up, down, up to C at 9, okay? And then you'll do also an up, down, up to D. But before we do that, let's start from the G and make sure your up, down, up is nice and even. You don't want like up, down, up, or up, down, up. You want it to be a nice even up, down, up, and then you're going to do a down for the next one. So it's going to be nice and even. Okay, so from the G, practicing the G to the C at 9 switch with that up, down, you know, I'm being a little overly mechanical, so you can see that I'm just going like up, C at 9, but you should be nice and fluid in your movement, up, C at 9, like that. So trying for the G, so you can see, it'll be like this, up, down, C at 9, okay, and then stay on the C at 9, and try to do what you just did there to go back to the G. Up, down, G, because you already do it in the song, you go G, C at 9, G, D. So practicing back and forth between G and C at 9 will be just like in the song. So up, down, C at 9, start from there to do the up, down, up to G, and then repeat, do that again, up, down, C at 9, and from there, up, down, up to G. Okay, so try practicing that back and forth, feeling until you feel good about that, and when you do, when you feel good about the up, down, up by itself, then try the down, down, up, down, do the same thing. Feel free to pause. Down, down, up, G. Okay? And then when you feel good about all of that, go ahead and pause the video and work on those if you need to. But you're just gonna go down, down, up, switch, and try to keep going down, up, and switch. Focus on that for a minute, and when you feel good about that, let's go back on to the G to the D switch now. So same concept that you did for the G to C at 9, you're going to go up, down, up to D, and you can linger there for a minute to do the up, down, up switch back to G. So up, down, up. Now for this switch, I like to actually do a little bit of a cheat for it, because you'll do it later in the song anyhow. So when I'm doing this, I'm going from the D, up, down, up. So on that second up of that part, the up, down, up, I add the pinky and I take off these 2 fingers, same time. I'll show you again. Up, down, up. So getting used to that, and that way I can cheat and get to that G real quick for the down. Because you'll eventually do that for the D part when we go up, 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 down, down. So we will eventually practice that a little bit faster for one of the other transitions. But for now, just try going up, down, add pinky, lift the other 2, and down on that G. So go back to the D chord, try it again. Up, down, add pinky, switch to D. Now that is a difficult feat, but I have full faith in you, Mr. Lynn. I know you can do this. So going back to that D, try it again to where you go up, down, add pinky, and down on G. Okay, we'll do it a couple more times. Up, down, add pinky, lift the other 2, land on the G. Go back to that D chord one more time. I'll do it extra slow here. Up, down, add pinky, lift, and land on the G. Okay, so practice on that. And same with the reverse, of course. Practice G to D that way. Up, down, up, and switch to G. There's no cheater way to do that one. You just have to practice it from the G. Up, down, up. Okay, so work on that. In the pre-chorus number 1, that's where that fancy one I just did earlier will take place, but I don't recall that we've done that one yet, so I won't harp on that one too much right now. For now, the pre-chorus has C add 9 in it, then it goes to the D, then it goes to a G, and then it walks down to an F sharp in the bass to an E minor 7. Now what that is the G walking down to this is index finger comes up, middle finger comes off. So the middle finger doesn't go anywhere, it's just this one takes over. So it goes like this to G, that one takes over, and then you go to the E minor 7. So middle finger, take it off, index finger up on that 2nd fret, and then you go to the E minor 7. So one more time, G, lift this one upwards, take this one off, and then down to that one, E minor 7. Okay, so that one, the pattern for the pre-chorus number 1 is C, D, G, walk down to E minor 7. So I'll do that slowly so you can see this part real quick. So it goes like from the C add 9, down, down, up, down, up to D, down, up, down, up, G, down, up, down, down. So now just practicing that part from the G, up, down, down. We'll just do that. So you go up on the G, then you'll take the middle finger off, switch that index finger up to the 6th string, go down, and I'm only aiming for these bass 3 strings. You can hit both 6, but you really just want to hit these bass 3 because it'll give you emphasis, and you're passing by it so quickly, up, down, down. It's not really necessary to do all 6, like up, down, down, kind of like that. You're just going to really emphasize up, down on the bass few notes, and then all 6 when you get to that E minor 7. So just practicing up on the G, down on the F sharp in the bass, and then down on the E minor 7. So it's just once, once, once. Okay? It's like up, down. So that also happens to be really quickly. Up, down, up, down. So slowing that down will be like this. Up, down, down. Getting used to that. Okay? So just practice on that, trying to switch up, down, down. Okay? And then we'll get to the D chord, little fancy part here in just a second. But for the pre-chorus number 1, because there's 2 pre-chorus, it goes verse, pre-chorus 1, verse, pre-chorus 2, then chorus 1. And I don't know if I can't remember the rest of the layout at the moment, but yeah, so we'll start on the C add 9. So this beginning of pre-chorus 1. So it sounds like this. Down, down, up, down to D, down, down, up, G, up, G, down, up, down, 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 up, C at 9, up, to D, down, up to G, down, up, palm up, down, and P, and then G. So that one is a tough one, that little section right there. But I'll get to that in just a second. So you had the C at 9, D, G, walk down to the E minor 7. So that pattern, again, just to harp on that one from the G part, is down, down, up, switch, switch, down, down, up. So again, from the G, you got down, down, up, switch, switch, down, down, up, and then it goes back to that C at 9, then the D, then the G, then the D. So this part is the trickiest part of the song, I think. So from the G to the D, you've got this pattern. Down, 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 up, palm mute, up, palm mute, up, palm mute, up, down. And you take off the other two and then land on the G. So see, that one is probably the most difficult part. But if you can practice just this, breaking it down little by little from the G, down, down, up, down, up, palm mute and switch to that D. So the ending of that G would be like this. Up, down, up, palm mute and switch. Now practice that, pause the video so you can get that feeling. The up, down, up, pause and switch. So now if you've joined me, we're going to go back into that. You just did up, down, up, palm and switch. Now we're going to try adding an up. So you're going to do an up strum after you land to that D. So you're going to go like this. Up, down, up, palm and switch to D, and then you're going to do an up strum. Okay? One more time. Up, down, up, palm and switch, up. Okay? So now to expand on that a little bit more, you're going to go like this. From the end of the G, up, down, up, palm and switch to D, up, palm, up, palm. So you had 3 palms, 2 ups. You went palm, up, palm, up, palm. Okay? So that's 3 palms, 2 ups. So from the G's ending again, I'll go like this. Up, down, up, palm and switch to D, up, palm again, up, palm a third time. Okay? One more time from that. From the G, up, down, up, palm and switch, up, second palm, up, third palm. Now here's where it's a little bit trickier. After that third palm, you'll go up, down. So that's just it, up, down. And then you add the pinky for that last up. Take those other 2 fingers off and land on the G. So it'll go like this. You just did palm, up, palm, up, palm. So that was the third one. Now you'll go up, down by itself. Then you'll add the pinky on that last one. Take off the other 2 as well, and then land on the G. Okay, so that is a very difficult verse to get, or spot to get used to. So let's try that again from the G, full G measure. So it'll sound like this. Down, down, up, down, up, palm and switch, up, palm, palm. That was the last one. Up, down, add pinky, take off the other 2, and land on the G. So I'll do that again. So you're starting from the G, down, down, up, down, up, palm and switch, up, second palm, up, third palm, up, down, add the pinky, take off the other 2, and then down on the G. And of course, the follow through with that after is just up, up, down, up, down, up, up, down. Okay, so that is really what we would have covered today is just really trying to focus in on that, along with some palm mutes. I think I brought up palm mutes last week, but I don't remember, so therefore I'll just reiterate it through here. So a palm mute is slowly, it's like this. Okay, you're just strumming and you're muting it with the side of your hand at an angle. So whenever I'm doing like this, down palm, but quickly it'll sound like this. So you can see from this angle too. I'm just strumming and muting. That's slow-mo how I'm doing it. So you can see that. So that part will be in on the D part, aside from the palm mute up, palm mute up. We have it at the ending of the pre-chorus too, where it's 3 downs, or 3 of those measures down, up, down, up, down, palm mute, rest. And it goes into that. So the down, palm mute is the exact same rhythm, like timing, as the first 2 downs of the strum. So the down, up, down, up. Those first 2 downs, the down, up. So if you think about it, down, up. The down, palm mute, it's the exact same. Down, up, down, palm mute, So you can see it. Like that, my toe is tapping, so it's like down, up, down, palm mute, rest. So you can see how the rhythmic, the rhythm is similar from one to another, so you can see how they line up. Okay, so focus on that. If you have any questions, of course, text me and I'll make you another video as best as I can, but this should definitely keep you occupied for more than an hour. So yeah, just let me know how, if you have any other questions, and work on this diligently and have great time in Arkansas. I was like, Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas. But yeah, have fun in Arkansas, and I will see you when I see you next. Okay, bye, Mr. Lynn.